Okay, lesson 87, the slope formula. This is an easy lesson. Several easy lessons in a row. We would have definitely got out of class early this week. Okay, the slope of a line is defined to be the change in the y-coordinate divided by the change in the x-coordinate as we move from one point on the line to another point on a line. Feels like we've done slope many times before. So what a slope is the change of the y-coordinate over the change of the x-coordinate. So if we figured out we went from one point to the other point and we did the change in the y-coordinate, you can see it goes down let me get a color that works here. It goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your change in your y. Sometimes we use triangles to represent change. Change. So it would change. The change would be -5 actually, because we went down. And then from this point, this would be our change in our x-coordinate. From the x-coordinate to the x-coordinate, we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our change in our x-coordinate would be 8. So the slope formula says slope is the change in the y-coordinate over the change in the x-coordinate. So for this case, the slope would be -5, 8. There's actually a formula for this. It's change means subtract. So we would subtract the y-coordinate over the difference of the x-coordinate. So this point here is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this point is 3, -3, 4. And this point is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1. If I counted that correctly. So another way you can do this is from one point to the next, you subtract your y-coordinate. So this one would be -1. For some reason they always start y2 minus y1. You can do it either way. You can do 4 minus -1, or you can do -1 minus 4. It doesn't matter as long as you do the x-coordinates in the same order. So I always, for some reason, because it's how I learned the formula, I always start with the second y-coordinate. So I'm going to get -1 minus 4, and then the x-coordinate would be 5. I'm going to start at the same point, minus a -3. You have to be really careful with the negative and positive sign. So we're going to get -5 over 5 minus a -3 would be 8. So sometimes you can't graph your points because the numbers are so big, so you can't count them. You have to use this formula. This is another one of those formulas that you have to memorize. This should be in your mind so deeply that you can recall it in your sleep. Okay, let's try. We only have 2 problems. This is a really easy lesson once again. Use the slope formula to find the slope of the line that passes through 2, -5, and -3, 7. Now I'm just going to label them right away. x1, y1, x2, y2, and of course I have my memorized slope, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and all this is pure substitution. So you get m equals y2 is 7 minus a -5 all over x2 is -3 minus x1, which is 2. So you're going to get 12 over -6, and that gives you -5. I think it went in evenly. So you're going to get your slope is -12/5. And that's it. That's all it is plugging in that formula. Let's do another one. Here we go. We have some big numbers. We have -5, 100, and -33, 57. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Your slope, you should probably write it down every time for every problem until you have it down, over x2 minus x1. Remember, slope is also rise over run. Just think your rise is the y-axis and your run is your x-axis. So we just plug these in. 57 minus 100 all over -33 minus a -5 plug those into your calculator, and you get 43 negative 43 over negative 28, which would just be 43 over 28. And that's your final answer. So that's all there is for lesson 87.